Welcome to Marvel Champions Podcast. It's a podcast about Marvel Champions, the card game. I am your host, Scott, and with me as always, my co-host, Ryan.
I am ready to begin another episode of this wonderful podcast, and it should be an exciting one because we're talking about a hero today.
That's right. If you clicked on this video, you know it's Mr. Nicholas J. Fury. So I'm excited.
Right. The most controversial ally in the game.
That's right. Yeah, I don't know what all those Nick Fury players are doing. If they're playing the Nick Fury hero, they can't play the ally.
I know. How many cards are they drawing now?
I know. We just can't recur Nick Fury all the time, okay?
That's right. It's a viable strategy, all right?
It is. If you want to go that route, if you want to be that guy, you could definitely be that guy or girl to do it.
I've been that person before.
Yeah, we all know, Ryan.
I thought you were going to say, we've all been that kind of person at some point, but no, you just...
Just you.
Thank you.
But before we get into that, I wanted to mention and call out and give a shout out to an email that we got. So somebody who's communicated out before, we always appreciate him for reaching out, Solo Papa. He sent us an email thanking us, or congratulating us, on 100 episodes. So we appreciate that, Solo Papa. If you haven't checked out our 100th episode, go check it out. It's a fun time. A lot of speculation. Fantastic Four. Movies coming out soon. Maybe we get some stuff right. Maybe they take our inspiration from our episode for the movie. So who knows?
All I'm saying is I just want credit. Whatever they design, if we get at least something right, they got to give us credit. A shout out at least.
Okay, we'll see. All right, but his question's a little more specific than that, Ryan. So his question for us today is, what do we like to do or enjoy more? Do we like actually playing the game, or do we like sitting and talking and thinking about the game?
Excellent question. It's funny because obviously we talk about it for a living. This is what we do for a living, right? It's kind of
right. Yeah.
And it's funny because when we play, we always talk about it. That's probably most people do. But definitely actually playing it is more fun. No offense. I enjoy talking to you, Scott, but playing it is better.
Well, what I think about it is you have to play it in order to actually talk about it. So I am with you too. I enjoy playing it, and by playing it a lot or as much as you can, you get better in your understanding of it, and maybe some more like in-depth analysis is there when you play it more. So I guess that's really the moral of the story, is play it as much as you can, and then if you want to talk about it, you can talk about it.
Yeah, and ultimately, if I could play it as much as we talk about it, that would really be the win.
That is true. He pretty much says, like, for even some people, like, with how many content creators there are out there, sometimes it's easier to just watch it be played by other people or discuss it and not actually get it to the table. And I can definitely say I've fallen into that, trap before. Is sometimes just like, I don't really want to break it all out and play. I'll watch this person do it for me.
It almost falls into that trap of, like, the modern video game era where there are just tons of video game streamers and Twitch or YouTube, and people can just watch it. I've done it where I'm like, I'm not going to get that game, but I really want to know what's going on with it. So I'll watch it just to see. But I think the difference between most video games and this card game being a cardboard game, it's designed to be social, and sometimes people just don't have time. So that's where it becomes easier just to watch or listen to the people play the game.
I think it's a balance. Sometimes you can. And, he says in his life he's got a couple crazy, not crazy, he has a couple little kids. So trying to find time.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
Anybody that has kids, it's crazy.
And he wishes he could play more, but sometimes he just has time for maybe a game or two every once in a while with some free time. And I definitely get how that is. It's just prioritizing, if you do get that free time and you get that bug, just try and do it. You just got to commit to it and do it. It's worth it.
Yeah. Almost like have to set a date of like, all right, this Friday I am doing me time to play some Marvel Champions. So you're gonna get it all sprawled out on the table and play hopefully a game or two.
Find a deck early, get out there on Marvel CDB and find a deck. Use some aerial decks that are out on another channel that we were on. So yeah.
Shout out.
So yeah, so Stella Papa, appreciate it. Gaming ebbs and flows. So sometimes you'll be in it and you'll have more motivation and more inspiration, and some days life is just kicking you in the pants and you just got to do what you got to do to make it through. Keep the faith, man. You can do it. That's it. Stella Papa, thanks, buddy.
All
right, Ryan. Our main event tonight, but I need to get in character and prepared. So give me like 1 second, okay? Hold on.
This is gonna be awkward. Is this gonna be a clip of something that I know what it might be, or you're actually going in character? Oh man, this is awkward. This is
all
good
right.
for
I'm back. All right, is this what you had in mind? Coming prepared to talk about Nick Fury?
Jeez. For those that are just listening on the pod, Scott, please describe what you are doing right now.
So I cut my camera for a second or two, and I had to get into character. We're talking about Nick Fury, so I had to put on an eye patch. So now I just have a random eye patch.
You kind of pull off the David Hasselhoff
Oof.
Nick Fury right now, I have to say.
Yeah, I like it. Man, my eyes are going to kill tomorrow, but this is my eye patch card, so what does his eye patch do again? What'd you say, Ryan?
I was going to say, are you going to do it this whole episode?
Well, that's what I was going to debate. I can't see the cards because my right eye is my bad eye. And Nick Fury has it on his left eye, so this is a little awkward.
Man.
I can't read the cards in order to discuss them, Ryan, so yeah, give me a second.
Oh, man. This is a real treat, I'll have to say. A real treat.
All right, you can't say I'm not committed, okay?
You're more committed than I am. I did not shave my head. I did not get my goatee going.
That's what I should have done. I should have got a bald cap, Ryan. I should have done a bald cap and an eye patch. That would have been awesome.
That would have been fun.
All right. Without further ado, enough games, Ryan. Let's talk about
Let's not talk
Nicholas.
about playing games. Let's talk about
Fury. All right, you played him through the campaign, so you're probably more of a Nick Fury aficionado than I am.
I am the expert on the Marvel Champions podcast for Mr. Nick Fury. Shall we start off let's just talk about hero / alter ego. His alter ego, very simple. His only ability is just switch into stealth form, which I feel like that was going to be since he has his assault or stealth form or suit form. I think that his alter ego is fine. For recovery, I think is really nice, but I think his hero side, I guess to talk about his alter ego and hero, you've got to talk about his form. So I'm just going to include those all together here. I think it's a really interesting dynamic. I really like it, but it's a, key in right here, the little, what do you call them? Soundbite. Thank you. It's a trap.
It's a trap!
All right.
It's a trap! Okay.
You have to be careful because he can be his own worst enemy in especially certain scenarios, but just in general, without the right deck, if you're in stealth form, you can shoot yourself in the foot or thwart yourself in the foot. I don't know.
Okay. That it, Ryan?
I mean, I guess I could talk about it more, but I thought you would want to speak.
No, it's all good. I was having technical difficulties over here. I do like that in his alter ego that you can switch forms. There's some characters where you get stuck in a form and you can't do it if you don't have the right card or the right scenario or this or that. I do like that he can flip down and make that action change when he wants to. And you might get stuck and hit the wrong form for a turn or two, but you should be able to get back to what you want pretty quick.
Yeah. I will say my favorite part of his alter ego, I do like him surfing. I think that's a cool alter ego, but it's definitely the seagulls in the top right corner of the card. The seagull is on his name plate. That's pretty cool.
It's pretty good. Yep.
So good job, Bruno, who's the artist on that one.
Oh, it is Bruno. Okay. Yeah. Thanks, Bruno. You're awesome. We will talk about
Bruno. Ah, you got it.
So.
Nice.
All right. Nick Fury, I think the big thing here, a 2-2-2 stat line is like baseline, what you need to be good. So
Solid.
Not always. Don't quote me on that, but generally.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's see. He's got his gather intel. After Nick Fury makes a basic thwart, place 1 threat on your suit form upgrade, like that, so you can kind of build that engine. And then break cover. Yeah. It's forced. When you attack, you do have to change to your assault form.
Yeah, I think we should just go ahead and let's just make sure we know what assault is. Can we do stealth first and then go to the assault form?
Yeah.
So stealth form, it's when an enemy would attack you, it schemes instead. Place 1 threat from that activation here instead of on the main scheme if there are 5 or less threat on this card. So this is part of the trap I was talking about. Having the villain scheme can be good, especially if you're able to tick down on that main scheme. But if not, the other day I was playing in preparation for this, playing a Nick Fury and against Black Widow, and that scheme was just going up so fast in solo. And this will be part of my final review. In solo, it made a difference. In multiplayer, I think it's a little bit different how it plays, but it can be a trap.
I'm with you. I think there is that little bit of getting lulled in that false sense of security that I'm not getting attacked. So the game's going good, that you can fall into, and then before you know it, oh, I'm about to thread out, this is awful, or I'm about to advance to the next stage, and the game gets that much worse for me.
Yeah, it's a false sense of security, and all of a sudden you're drowning.
I just want to know who invented his suit that goes from this gray shield symbol to when I'm not stealth, it turns red. That seems like a bad design choice.
It's cool. All right. It's aesthetic. It was from the aesthetic department.
Maybe it's like a mood ring suit. When he's mad and assaulting people, it just gets red, like anger.
Sounds terrible. The word assault just has a really bad,
yeah,
connotation nowadays.
Hey, he looks just like me with that eye patch on.
I know. I can't even tell the difference right now.
You thought it was a picture of me. I know.
I know. With that red suit.
That's right.
So the assault form, it's an interrupt. When you attack, remove up to 3 threat from here. This attack deals 1 additional damage for each threat removed this way. The reason why I wanted to do it next is because I want to talk about what's going to be on everyone's mind. It's probably been discussed on the Facebook page or Discord or who knows. It's Gambit. All right, it's Gambit.
I think we did fail to mention on his stealth side is when you're stacking those threat up, if there are 5, place 1 threat on here if there are 5 or less, so you do get capped out. So
for this,
yeah. Yeah. So my question with you for this card is, did you find that 5-6 cap was too much, too little, or the right amount?
I think it's reasonable. It caps out where you can do 1 big attack at 5 if you flip, and then another attack at 2, which is I would say is a pretty strong addition to your attack from the assault form. So I think that works, especially because you're also doing other things with his tokens for his watch and for his car. So I think that works.
Yeah, you kind of had a couple options. You could do a little bit here, a little bit there, or 1 big thing,
Yeah. And I think it is important. You do get to, I think it makes it very powerful that you get to pull a threat. So it's basically She-Hulk's ability, but you get to benefit even more from it. You just pull a threat.
Yeah, I like that too. The other thing I don't think we pointed out is on his assault side, it's when you attack, so it could be an event or it could be a basic, which was nice.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think he is a better Gambit. I'm just gonna say it now.
So you're just jumping to the point. Your last thoughts right here at the end, Ryan. Okay.
Yeah. I think this is how Gambit was supposed to play and I don't think it worked out quite that way, where you can thwart but also be big on attack and do almost like charges, and Gambit just fell a little flat on his thwarting capability, where I feel like Nick is a little stronger with what he can do.
Yeah, he makes up that thwart gap that Gambit has, but also has the attack benefit in what makes Gambit fun.
Yeah. I mean, it's no basketball energy card, but
That's true.
that Gambit has, it's still pretty good.
All right, Ryan. I say we talk about a couple events. Don't go crazy. Maria Hill, I don't think I ever played her because we played the campaign together, so we couldn't.
I have played her. She's pretty good. I would say she's kind of the middle of the road ally. So I don't think she's no Rhodey Award ally, but maybe she is. Who knows? We'll find out at the end of the
Gotta
year.
listen. Into 2025, we'll make an episode.
Someone's got to be it.
Someone's got to get the roadie. I guess I'm with you. She's kind of average. 3 cost with 3 health. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Concentrated Fire. I think I like this attack card more than his other one. I like the versatility of it. Of either, hey, I'm going to place some threat on my suit to enhance my attacks for even further, or hey, I'm just going to switch to stealth. But I like how you have to defeat the enemy. So I think that makes it really good. And then it says 4 damage, but for 2 costs for 4 damage, that's okay. It's fairly decent, but when you can stack on those counters, that can all of a sudden be a 7 for 2. That's incredible. So
Yeah. And I like the thematicness of it because, like, you know, for the art, he's kind of like set up as a sniper. He's sniping from some distance, and if you do defeat that enemy, you are able to flip back into stealth mode. So, I do like that.
yeah, I like this one.
I like those do this or that option cards. I like those a lot. Those are good design, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Covert Surveillance is his thwart event. He's got a camera peeking through the blinds. And
Rear window over here.
I know. Remove 2 threat from a scheme. If you are in stealth suit form, you may place that threat on your suit form upgrade. Otherwise, you may change to stealth suit form. It's a 1 cost, so I guess to me that's the benefit. 1 for 2 is not great, but it does give you some flexibility to flip. If you did kind of get stuck in assault mode, you can get back to it fairly easy without having to flip down, or you can place that threat on your suit if it's running low.
Yeah, agreed. I think I'm glad it's a 1 cost because I like the change of the 2 for 3 plus bonus that we see a lot. So I like the change of pace on this one, and I think it worked overall. I was concerned about it, but I think it worked out pretty good.
Yeah. All right. Last
Tougher and I was gonna say
multiplayer.
definitely tougher and more multiplayer. 2 players it was fine, but 3 and 4 it's very underwhelming.
There's just too much threat being put on each turn. Is that what you're? Yeah.
Yeah. It's a drop in the bucket kind of thing when you get to that player count.
Yeah, because with 1 or 2, you're at least able to take off what was put on in the villain phase. Whereas 3 and 4, you can't make up
You're
the
not doing
deficit.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Spray Fryer.
Spray Fire. He's you're choosing a player, dealing 3 damage to the villain and each minion engaged with that player, and it gains range. So I think that's pretty nice. Again, 3 costs a little high, but for what it's doing, it makes sense why it's 3. And plus, if you can boost it up 2, 3, or 3 more, dealing 6 damage to the villain and each minion is incredibly powerful.
Yeah, that
And
has potential.
And I do like the little flavor text. Eat laser.
That's on the menu tonight is lasers. So.
Oh man.
All
If
right.
he actually said that, I think he loses his director of S.H.I.E.L.D. license.
Eat lasers. Okay. All right.
So now
He's got a.
I think we're really getting into his more unique cards now with these next ones.
What makes Nick tick? Or what makes Nick? I don't know. All right. Is there any that you want to take that were your favorite? All right. So let's talk about one of your favorites now. I'm going to click on it and let's see if I'm right.
That's definitely one of them. Yes. The one cost upgrade at Fury's Watch. Basically, you exhaust it, you can remove 2 threat from your suit form, and you generate a science resource for each one you remove. So it can be a 2 generating cost watch, which is really good.
To me, I think this one and one other is like his best card. This card, how they did his resource generation is good, really good.
Yeah, this is definitely the one you're digging for. This one and the other one yeah, I think we're both on the same page on that, what the other one is. But yeah, this one's really good. It's great that you can choose 1 or 2, so you're never overspending, and you can do what you need to do. I think it's great.
The only
Especially for one
slight
cost.
downfall is that it only generates mental science resources, but I can get over that.
I can absolutely do that as well.
All right, Ryan, you tell me
His
what's the
other main
next
card? Well, his other main one is obviously his flying car. Yeah.
one. Yes, his Ferrari. So, Nick's flying car.
Is that a Ferrari or is that a Lamborghini?
It's a Ferrari. I don't know what number, but that's the style and look of a certain Ferrari car.
Okay. Well, write in and let us know who's right. Is it a Lamborghini or a Ferrari?
It's a Ferrari. So
Or is it a special shield type?
it's a shield. Fury's flying car, two cost support. Hero action, exhausts Nick's flying car and remove 1 threat from your suit. Form upgrade, ready Nick Fury. He gains the aerial trait until the end of the round.
Nice.
So the second half is kind of irrelevant to me, but the first half, the getting to ready, that is any hero that has the ability to ready from one of their cards makes them that much better. Puts them like at least in that top half of all characters instantly, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely a trend that if your hero's stat line is 2/2/2, there's got to be something ready wise in your deck, because if not, I think you'll see struggle with those characters. I think Nick's no different. I think having that ready really, once you get that ready for Nick, he becomes more manageable in stealth form. You can instantly start controlling the threat with your stealth form upgrade.
See, and it's weird with Nick too, because typically with a character that can ready, it makes them like an instant defend, in my opinion. So you're taking less damage, but he doesn't really care about that much. So you're not really needing to defend. So he just gets an extra ready. So.
Yeah, see, because when we went through the campaign, I think I played Justice, and once I got an upgrade that made my threat into a 3 instead of a 2, that was 6 threat. I could pop off, and 2 of that's going to be put onto my form upgrade to just fuel my watch, or fuel this car for next round, or attacks if I switch over. It was thebomb.com.
Do you think Nick Fury traveled to 2015 to get this flying wheel upgrade?
Do we have flying wheels in 2015?
I mean, they did in Back to the Future.
That's true. That was 2015, wasn't it?
It was.
Man, you got me.
Maybe he went to Hill Valley and got the upgrade. Who knows?
What was the upgrade that he got to the DeLorean? It was at the Mr. Garbage?
Mr. Fusion. Yeah.
Mr. Fusion that you put in the garbage. I remember that. I've watched it. I've been on the ride at Universal before they changed it.
Yeah, that's right.
I've seen people puke outside that ride.
That was awesome. Yeah.
I almost threw up on it too.
All right. He's got some more upgrades. I guess let's rapid fire these.
Yeah. Let's just rapid fire. I think his other really good upgrade is probably Secret Agent. That's his 2 cost upgrade. It's a title, hero ability. After you resolve the ability of a preparation card you control, move 1 threat from the scheme to your suit, form upgrade. I think this is just another way to control that threat and fuel your suit economy. So I think it's a good solid one if you can get it out.
And I like that it doesn't exhaust. You just keep.
Yes.
If you got the right
you
preparation.
Constantly doing it. Yeah, you
Saying
can do
that's
it. I've seen it do a lot on a turn.
right. But if you're talking averages, you know, it's maybe 1 or 2 at most. It's like, why do we have to put exhaust on every single thing? So
Yeah. And it does have the most grooviest art out of his entire
he says, I'm a
cards.
man who leads a life of danger.
It sounds like Austin Powers.
All right.
All right. What's the next one?
Let's see. I think his eye patch camera is pretty good.
Yeah,
because they are thwarting or scheming. I always get this wrong. The villain's scheme. When the villain's scheming, it's a preparation tech, hero interrupt. When any amount of threat will be placed on the main scheme, discard eye patch camera, place up to 3 of that threat on your suit form instead. So it's kind of like a counterintelligence, but you actually get to take it and put it on your suit. So,
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good. Why don't I do his shield? Yeah. His EM shield, it's basically his attack version of the eye patch camera. If you are going to take any amount of damage, you can just prevent all that damage. So, and it's a defense, which is cool.
Yes, that is cool. Safe house. Everybody that's shield gets to have a safe house. So
that's right.
That one is 221 and 1 cost support. Exhaust the safe house. Choose. You can heal 2 damage from Nick Fury or place 1 threat on your suit form upgrade. So heroes that can heal and like to go down some for Alter Ego. It's a benefit. So overall, pretty good.
Yeah, I think it's solid.
But I didn't feel like you took a lot of damage when you played Nick Fury.
That's the interesting thing is in our games, because I was Justice, I didn't have to flip down because I just stayed up and let him thwart, and I would just handle it and basically control the game until you were ready and I was all set up, and then we could just do what we needed.
Yeah. Iliad to the face 5 times. It works.
Yeah. That was a very effective strategy in that game.
All right, last one, Ryan.
See, the last one. Intelligence analysis. It's a 0 cost preparation. That's pretty cool. Interrupt. When you reveal a treachery, discard intelligence analysis and remove 1 threat from your suit form upgrade. Cancel the effects of that treachery and discard it. Well, great. All right.
I think it's good. It's very specific, so it's not as good as Encounter card, but it's a preparation, so you get to put it out. You get to choose when you do it. There's some other ones that exist in the game that are forced. There's some that are better where it's Encounter card, but a lot of the bad cards are usually treacheries.
Yeah, and it's an interrupt, not a hero or an alter ego, so you can do it anytime, essentially, as long as you have a threat on your suit.
It's true. Good point, Ryan.
So I think for 0 cost, the specific being treachery and having to take a threat, I think that makes sense. So I think it was a good design.
Yep, I agree.
All right. Are we moving on to Justice cards? Or is there anything else, Nick, before we come back to him?
That's it for Nick. He came with Justice. This is pre-con. I guess maybe take a card or 2 in his pre-con that you liked. We can kind of discuss them. And if not, I'll go first.
Well, out of his Okay. Well, I'll say out of his Justice. I think if I just talk about Justice, the ones I would talk about, I think Informant's fine. I think Intelligence is fine. I'll let you talk about the one you probably want to talk about.
You think it, but it's not true. I've got 2, and they have nothing to do with Justice.
Okay. Well, then, why don't I talk about Pocket Sand?
Oh, Pocket Sand. Okay.
Pocket Sand. I think Pocket Sand is a interesting card. I like it, but the issue I had with it is that it was an attack. For Nick Fury, that's not what I wanted to do with my Justice. Nick Fury was attack at certain times, so it wasn't very effective. But I like what it's doing. You can confuse a minion and deal 2 damage to it. once it enters. I think it's a really good preparation for other heroes. I just didn't think it was a good preparation.
Ryan, did you ever use your suit to modify Pocket Sand?
No, I never did. The only time I've really played Justice is in the campaign, and attacking was not what I was wanting to do. So it really just didn't fit with how I was playing Nick Fury at that time. So I liked the card, but it just didn't do what I wanted it for the way I was playing. But I think it's got some promise, especially in like a Black Widow deck.
Yeah, I can see that. And I don't really see why you would want to increase it, because you'll probably defeat the minion and then you lose half the value of the card. But I guess if you're a minion destroyer, yeah.
Great.
So, okay. I have 2 cards. Is there any other that just really stood out to you?
Not out of Justice now.
So one card I really liked, Ryan, was Practice Plan. It's anybody who likes preparations will love this card. It's a 0 cost upgrade response. After you discard a preparation card you control, discard Practice Plan, return that card to your hand from your discard pile. So recurs all those preparations that you like to see, so you can get them back faster, play them more often. I really like it. It's a great card to have. It's went right into my Black Widow decks, so I really like this card. Very good for the game for Nick.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, I agree. I think for anybody that's got some preparations, this is preparation H+. That's
right.
Good job.
With lidocaine. So my other card I really like, Ryan.
Ooh, nice.
Is Super Spies. I'm not a big team up person. I just feel like the team ups are never really great, but for these 2 characters, these was awesome. So 3 counters onto the Iliad. Can't beat it.
It's mostly awesome for yeah, it's mostly awesome for Maria Hill, hero.
Yeah. But hey, it takes 2 to tango.
You gotta have Nick Fury to do.
That's right.
That's right.
What did you think about his...
Yeah, I would highlight the...
Oh, what did you think about his obligation, Ryan?
His obligation has a lot of words. That's what I would say. It forces you to change to assault form, which in my games was not ideal. And if there's no threat on your suit form upgrade, the card gains surge. That's not good. So it basically is doing damage for each threat that's on your suit. Or you can remove that. So it can be devastating in many ways. So it's not a good one to get, and then it just disappears, and then it'll come back.
Yeah, I like it though. It kind of forces you to get rid of all your stuff or take that damage that he's normally not getting. So I like it overall.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's a good one. I just don't think it's good for you. Let's do a little bit, just a real quick on Orion. I think he was a very interesting combination of minion and side scheme. His minion Orion, he has toughness. He can have as many toughness status cards as he wants, and after he takes any amount of damage, he gets a tough status card. So he's like constantly being fueled with tough status cards, which is insane.
Yeah, you gotta waste a big attack to get rid of him. So I like it.
Yeah, you got to do it in a one shot. Yeah. And then his side scheme, it's after Nick Fury takes any amount of damage, Orion gets a tough status card. And if he's not in play and Nick takes damage, you have to find Orion and put him in, engaged with him. That's terrible.
That is terrible. You have to take this out before you take him out.
Yeah, it's insanity. This is a tough encounter set, let alone Nemesis set, I feel like.
Yeah, it's rough.
And the other cards do like toughness and stuff like that, so.
Yeah, cold storage. You have to search the counter deck and discard pile for a Leviathan minion and put it into play. That's engaged with you. That's bad.
Yeah. he's not, his set is not one you want to get out. So avoid Shadows of the Past or avoid Standard 3.
Try. You want to use his intelligence analysis to prevent that Shadow of the Past.
Yes, you do.
All right, Ryan. A couple of rapid fires. What
All right, man.
aspects did you like Nick Fury in?
Justice obviously is my favorite. I think he has a lot of uses in Justice. I think aggression works good with him. He can do a lot in aggression with his counters, making him so much stronger and so on. And then I think he has some wiggle room in protection. You don't do a traditional protection build with him. You can do some other options, readying and such, that I think makes him pretty interesting. So leadership was the one haven't quite figured out yet with him. But yeah, I think Justice is his number one, and I think aggression's probably his number two.
I liked him in aggression. Aggression typically has those attack events. He can modify the attack events, so stuff that's like deal 2 here. If it defeats it, do another 2. It just makes those that much better. So I think you're right. I think Justice overall suits him the best. Protection is a little bit of an enigma because if you play into the suit, they're thwarting or they're scheming, so they're not actually ever attacking you. So protection's a little tough to play, or you just have to play a standard game without his stealth suit really factoring in.
Yeah. No. Agreed. Yeah. You kind of have to focus on like readying and stuff with his protection builds. So
what surprised you for the good or surprised you for the bad with Nick Fury?
I think I was surprised on how well, for not having like a big thwart, how effective he was at maintaining thwart with an ability that causes thwart. I feel like sometimes it's been counterintuitive. I feel like Gambit, the whole idea that you have to flip down to reduce threat, just really didn't work very well. And I feel like this almost is doing the same thing, but they learned from Gambit and was able to maintain it. I think he can still struggle depending on the scenario, but it's definitely more manageable than in past.
I would agree. You kind of ping it down a little at a time. That one big threat reduction just isn't needed.
Yeah. And I think what makes him unique as well is he can be really strong in thwarting overall. It's more a little piece by piece, but he also is very powerful in attack. So you can play him thwart or attack, and he can be very effective. But outside of that, I think his defense is okay. And his utility, I guess, is okay. But really focusing, he can be really good at attacking or really good at thwarting, depending.
I found on occasion I would attack and then get stuck in his assault form for a round or two more than I wanted to.
Yes.
Because you get so used to being like, oh, the villain's gonna scheme, so I don't really care. And then you're stuck in that form of assault, and you're like, oh wait, I actually have to like play the game for real now. So
yeah, I found that I had to prepare. Like I didn't go to assault form unless I had like his thwart card with me or a way to flip back into stealth to run away, essentially.
Yeah, I'm with you. But I mean, to me, that's like sums him up, right?
He's definitely like guerrilla warfare.
Yeah, he's plan, do your big thing, and then retreat back and plan, and then go. So,
yeah, which is thematic for Nick. So I think that makes sense.
Yep, I agree. All right, Ryan.
I think I had one more. Oh, I mentioned it in passing, but I think solo with him is a different game than in multiplayer. Solo can be very challenging with him. But in multiplayer, I think overall he does good for the group. So
Yeah, definitely a different game.
yeah.
All right,
Are you
let's
ready?
go into final thoughts and rating. I want to hear what you come up with this time.
All right. Oh, I'm prepared for this one.
All right. Why don't you go and I'll just copy.
Final thoughts?
Yep.
Final thoughts. I think Nick Fury is a good hero. I think he plays differently. I like the way he plays. I think there is some deck building options around him. I don't think he's too powerful. He overall I think is fairly balanced, and he has different options in what he wants to do. When he's set up, I think he's holds up as well as any other strong hero that's in the game. So I think they did a great job overall. So my rating for Nick Fury is Johnny Utah from Point Break.
Okay, I like it. I like it. Yeah? No, it's good. Yeah.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Yes. Hang 10. So
Ain't it bad?
I am with you. I think he was definitely he's a good character. If you feel like you're in a rut for the game, I agree with you. He's definitely one where you should try and play because he plays so different than your standard, cookie cutter hero. He's got a lot of decisions, a lot of planning. He's a little thinky, but he's not like overly complicated thinky. He just makes you kind of think about what you're going to do in a little bit of a sequence. And just making sure you have the tools in place so you're not kind of left out in the open, switching to assault form with your pants down. So I do like that, and he plays well with most aspects, so he's fun to deck build with. He can manipulate attack events, which I really like. He's a lot of fun, and he can thwart in some unique ways. He benefits from tokens, so a lot of fun. I will tag off of and I will give him a...
Oh.
So you got to go back. You got to go back to the surfing picture. So, Ryan, do you remember a movie called Surf Ninjas? I'm gonna give.
I know of it.
So I'm gonna give him a what was it called? I think it's called Moto Surf, where they would surf like in their car. Shout out to the '90s and their awesome movies. That one featured a Sega Game Gear. And they like played, and somehow the characters of the movie were on this Game Gear. Yeah, so shout out to product placement Game Gear on that one. So Surf Ninjas, yeah.
All right.
Classic.
You know what? I bet it did very well because of that movie.
It had like Rob Schneider in it, and it had the guy who played Kino from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2. He was like the main ninja character guy. So, yeah.
Oh.
You remember that now?
Oh, okay.
Moto
Surf. I know who that
I'll have to put a clip in.
Moto surf!
Moto surf!
Moto surf!
I've only... Yeah.
You were probably really young
We're
when
going to count on you to remind everyone.
we watched that as kids, so... Yeah. That's it.
Probably was.
Yep.
But I bet if I saw like a clip, I'd be like, oh yeah,
That
I remember
movie.
that.
Yeah. And that bad 90s movie. Yeah, I know that.
That movie. Blockbuster. Here we
That's
go.
right. So, yeah. Good overall. He's in the upper echelon of just good characters. He's just good. So.
He's solid. Very
He's solid,
as
yeah.
a character.
Yeah, he doesn't have like a blaring weakness or like a blaring strength that just makes him overpowered or anything. So, yeah, it's good.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yep.
A good character for the box. I think both him and Maria did very well together. So,
Yep.
Worked out good.
I agree. That takes us care of box heroes. We still have a couple box villains to get to. And then we got a bunch of heroes for the wave. I know. We just need to do more episodes, so.
Just gotta Hammer them out.
That's right.
I know.
So,
Well, they need to stop announcing things.
no kidding, right?
Or not.
Oh, yeah, I guess it's a good problem to have. So, I did hear they are not going to do a Gen Con in-flight report. They're saving it for, like, PAX, I think. So, maybe we'll get a little reprieve, Ryan.
The PAX. That's right. Gen Con's coming up real quickly.
Yep. All right. Tell us what you think about Nick Fury. Should he go with his black eye patch or his snazzy silver eye patch? You let us know in the comments or email us, marvelchampionspod@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you. And as always, if you want to go from a chump to a champ, listen to the Marvel Champions podcast. Thanks, everybody.
And something witty that Nick Fury would say. What was that one thing he said on that card? Oh, man, I should have been prepared.
Yeah, I'm a man who lives a life of danger. Is that what you're going for?
No,
Eat lasers.
Eat lasers. cut all that middle part out and then just throw this in.
Just eat lasers. Bye, everybody.